Well, hello again, everyone. I've got a Google Earth video here, and things seem to be really coming together. I'm interested in this part of North America. Here, the Northeast, I happen to live in West Quebec, and some of you have been following my videos, and they started here on my land hereabouts where I found 11 constructs in a circle, followed by some strange aqueducts, and of course the large quartz pyramid mound. Then I went on to a couple miles away where I found 8 or so more rock cairns and a niche. And then I found and uploaded the video about this amazing site with the really well constructed rock things and the effigy mound. And then there was this other site. There's a few other sites over here, supposedly a site here. Now, this is what I want to give you an overview on here. Look at this line here. This is a big channel, a big valley, and it's the Queon Valley here at my place. Some of you may have seen it, but it's a mighty river that if you follow it all the way down for a ways, you see this channel, you see the river goes down here, it follows the road, it goes down here, follows, and it empties out into the Ottawa River right here. This is a little town called Queon and the Queon Ferry, and this is the mighty Ottawa River. And so if you get down here, you just spend your day going down from my place up there, or that great settlement up there that I've been trying to sort of show that there seems to be this large settlement here. I think it might be all around here now, because just down here, look at what was sent to me the other day and is right down here. It's kind of amazing. The mystery of the solar wheel. Now, look at this guy right here. These wheels come up in all kinds of ancient civilizations, and they often have alignments. Turns out this one does. It's aligned to the summer solstice. It's got 4 quadrants. Let's read here. Mystery of the solar wheel. Located in a dense forested area at the confluence of the Ottawa and Carp rivers and the Queon River, 3 rivers often is a holy spot for many people. At the foot of Chats Falls, there lies hidden a 400-foot diameter wheel aligned with the summer solstice. Whether by coincidence or conscious effort, someone at some point in history has made a remarkable earthen wheel in what has always been sacred and important place in the Ottawa Valley. I mean, coincidence? Really? Really? Someone by coincidence that happened? Why even say that? Further investigation into this overgrown wheel reveals interesting details that will prove to be of a more ancient origin that will either prove to be of a more ancient origin or perhaps merely a more modern construction that coincidentally aligns its axis with the setting sun on the summer solstice. When are these ever found to be a more modern construction that coincidentally aligns? Not much. Okay, this goes into some other stone circles. I mean, anywhere else in the world, you find something like this, and the whole area is shut down. The archaeologists are in. The interpretation center is built, and millions of dollars is going into protecting something like this. Here in Canada, there is one little blog here about it, and that's it. It just sits there, and it's been sitting there for perhaps thousands of years. Here are other examples of these sun wheels with the quadrants. Here's a more modern North American interpretation. It's called a medicine wheel, northeast, southwest. So you can see how these cultures intermingled. Here's a North American medicine wheel. Here back to the Ottawa River and this round thing. They say this is a strange man-made looking, perhaps a lagoon or fishing weir. These can be found in places also. This is what it looked like naturally in the day before it was dammed up. Beautiful spot, of course. The original natural Chats Falls before being dammed up for a hydro station in 1930. This is pretty interesting. So it seems like there could have been a concerted effort to build a large structure in this area, and with another ancient Solstice mound on Rice Lake near Peterborough. We'll get to talking about Peterborough in a bit. It would not be out of the ordinary that something similar would be built on the Ottawa River. Studying aerial imagery, there is a definite outline of something. Yes, of course there is. Here they show how it aligns perfectly with the solstice. And then someone visited it. And it's in a swampy, fern-covered, low-lying area that's likely flooded in the spring, wet and damp. There's a definite mounding of earth to create 4 spokes that converge at a central mound hub. Look at that, eh? I am definitely going here. It is, I'll just canoe down the Quion in a half day. No, I'll probably drive, but I'm definitely going to go there. Here are some photographs and some interesting rock constructs here. Is this where we prove a connection between these mysterious rock constructs and solar or celestial alignments? If we find rock structures there, that would be interesting. Odd piles of stones were noticeable within the wheel structure. They said something. Okay, another pronounced mound was noticeable on the western spoke edge using Sun Surveyor to calculate the position of the sun on the summer solstice. One of the spokes is aligned with the setting sun on the June 20 to 21st solstice, even if you were staying on the central mound. It also matches known First Nations medicine wheels in orientation and their inherent quadrants of celestial significance. Also nearby the shoreline, there looks to be a stone weir, purpose unknown. Was this a native fishing camp, and their stone weir was used to catch fish as they used to do centuries ago, or another modern park feature? The whole structure is quite peculiar as there are piles of rocks that have been carefully placed in key positions around the wheel. So that sounds very similar to our crazy constructs in the middle of this dense forest. I have no idea what else it could be except for some provincial park structure from decades ago that has overgrown since. Well, someone would be talking about it, wouldn't it? Wouldn't they? It is quite inaccessible, however, and would be an odd park feature for visitors. There are also some substantial sized trees that are quite old. Okay, I wanted to go back up here where they said something very interesting about this area back in the day. Yeah, Chats Falls has always been a significant area traversed by nomadic tribes of the First Nations for thousands of years to transport goods and copper from Lake Superior east along the Ottawa River, or Great River as it was known then, a strategic cultural area. There is even a native burying ground across from the wheel structure at Indian Point. So I find it interesting that the copper trade comes up. Copper is often associated with the mound builders and ancient societies of North America. So there's the article, and there's the wheel here. Now back to Google Earth, where we can zoom in on it right here and see it kind of live. Now you see, I put the marker right in the middle. Sorry, it's a bit distracting, but here is that wheel made of earthen mounds with all kinds of rock constructs in the middle of it, aligning to the summer solstice. And here's that person-made weir or dammed up by rocks. Looks super old. I definitely want to see that. Incredible, really incredible that this is just down, like I say, down the Queon River from what seems to be becoming uh, um, a big settlement, a big ancient settlement around me here, and perhaps it's this whole area. But look at this. If we pan out a little bit more, this is Peterborough, the Petroglyphs Provincial Park I mentioned earlier. Now, what's been found here is a slab of rock with over 300 petroglyphs carved into it. Really interesting ones. Some large Viking looking boats and sun gods, and really peculiar things that are very hard to date, but it is the biggest collection in North America. So that's a really substantial site there. Now, if we zoom out a little bit further, um, just a sort of a bigger view of things. There's mounds over here, and that, as far as I know, is the closest mound to this area. The mound builders came up through the Mississippi Valley. They came up. There's some in Florida. They came up here. They continued up through the Ohio Valley. So this is all mound building culture. But then the rock construct people started around here, Maryland, Rhode Island. So the rock constructs and chambers, they're all around here, and they come up to about here and don't go much further north. Now, here's what I'm thinking. Because there's this mound here, and I believe there was maybe a mound, there was a couple more mounds found around here, and then there's mine. Right here, we found a mound on my land right in close proximity to rock constructs. What does that mean? Were these people here together in this place specifically? I think they may have been. And I think that that's why this spot is such an important place, so uninvestigated. But I think the fact that we find mound building stuff and rock construct stuff, and now clearly defined, celestially aligned wheels, earthworks of a wheel. This whole area has everything. And I think if we take a hard look at this stuff, we're going to learn more about the mound people. We're going to learn more about the construct people. We're going to learn more about whether they even intermingled. And we're going to learn more about who looked at the stars, why, all of that super important stuff. I can't wait to bust it all out further. It's just getting so exciting because it's not just me stumbling upon these things just in my little area. It's really becoming more of an established ancient settlement to all of this, and it makes sense. So happy to be involved in all this. Please share this. I think this is a big finding here, and like I say, the only reporting on it is in this quiet little blog here. I don't even know when it came out. Yeah. Oh, fairly recently. Yep. Yeah, please share this and let's talk about this. It's a fascinating thing, and subscribe because I'm going there. I am definitely going to check out the Mystery Wheel in Carp. It's right around where I used to grow up, and I had a bunch of friends around there, and boom, I am going to check out this amazing wheel, earthworks, and the rock constructs within. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this, and take care. Everyone stay safe and positive. We're going to get through this together. All right. Thanks.